Welcome back, everyone, to your Christmas Eve second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. Today is Thursday, December 24th. No, I do not get any rest. I do not take any breaks. I always provide content for you 365 days a year throughout holidays and normal working days, no matter what the occasion is. So in this update, what we're going to hopefully accomplish is clarify whether or not Trump has essentially thrown your stimulus checks in jeopardy, as well as what happened to the House and Senate vote on the $2,000 stimulus checks. Could you expect $2,000? Is it going to be $600? Is it going to be $0? Will you get something before the end of this year? Or will you have to wait till next year? We'll hopefully clear up some confusion in this video. And if you do respect the Christmas Eve update and you respect the non-stop content that I put out for you guys, show your support by going ahead and smashing that like button. Be extra generous with that like button. Show it some holiday spirit this time of year, even despite the dire times. And also, if you want to be extra supportive, be extra generous this holiday season, also click that subscribe button, hit the big red button, kind of looks like a Christmas color, and then ring that Christmas bell right next to it. That's the notification bell. That will actually notify you every single time I deliver a gift or another video, and you'll be first in line to see that video before anyone else gets to it. So to recap, if you haven't been living under a rock, President Trump dropped a bomb on Tuesday that totally sent shockwaves throughout the entire country among both party lines, Democrats and Republicans, by essentially refusing to sign the stimulus package as it is, along with the $1.4 trillion spending bill, because he wants Congress to increase the number of stimulus checks from $600 all the way to $2,000. Democrats and some top congressional leaders were quick to call Trump's bluff, say, we'll join you in on that $2,000 deal, tell your Republican colleagues to get on board. And Republicans, for the most part, were rather silent. Some of them said that they would back $2,000 stimulus checks, and some very fiscally conservative Republicans said absolutely not. No way we're going to be doing $2,000. Now, if Trump were to sign the deal as it stands right now, you would, of course, get $600 in stimulus checks, and according to Steve Mnuchin, it would be as early as next week. That's when he's saying the first checks can go out, and it would effectively also extend both federal unemployment benefit programs that are set to expire and dry up at the end of this year. It would extend them till March. So Trump's actions in the coming days are essentially going to determine whether or not he is going to deny or provide relief to millions and millions of struggling Americans, or will he basically leave it up to the next administration? And as we clarified in yesterday's update, so much confusion going on, and even President Trump is spreading this confusion. As a matter of fact, the stimulus bill is separate from the omnibus spending bill. The omnibus government spending bill, we pass that every year. Every single year, pandemic or not, all of these foreign countries get billions and billions of dollars in aid, and among other programs inside the U.S., of course. But this is a normal occurrence. This is not taboo. This is not something that we have not seen before. All these countries, every single year, get this funding, and all of a sudden everyone's making a fuss about it because they think it's part of the stimulus bill when it's not. Very important, because I almost fell for it myself. Do not fall for this propaganda that's being shared all over online that's telling you that the stimulus bill includes $600 for citizens and $500 million to Israel. It's not the case. But at the same time, as I stated, yes, it is unfortunate that the government has billions and billions of dollars to send to all these countries, but it took months and months and months to negotiate a mere measly $600 stimulus check. I did state that yesterday, that it is unfortunate that the government was not able to come to terms on something so small compared to billions and billions of dollars that they're able to pass every year, and somehow we have that funding. So bringing it back to present day, Thursday, Christmas Eve, what occurred today? Well, the House of Representatives was scheduled to vote on this legislation with the $2,000 amended, and the House Democrats, as a matter of fact, were quickly able to pass the bill by unanimous consent request Thursday morning. But then House Republicans rejected the move, and this, of course, leaves the future of the $900 billion package in jeopardy. But it ain't over till it's over. House Democrats are not throwing in the towel just yet. In fact, they are vowing that their effort is not over. They promised to move to pass a bill to increase the stimulus checks to $2,000 with a full up-down vote on the House floor on December 28th, so after Christmas, but still before New Year's. And according to Nancy Pelosi in a statement, she had said, quote, on Monday, I will bring the House back to session where we will hold a recorded vote on our standalone bill to increase economic impact payments to $1,000. To vote against this bill is to deny the financial hardship that families face and to deny them the relief that they need. Hopefully by then, the president will have already signed the bipartisan and bicameral legislation to keep government open and to deliver coronavirus relief. Now, obviously, much easier said than done. The passage of this bill was an enormous undertaking. It took months and months of contentious disagreements and partisanship to get both parties to come to terms on this legislation. The House is now adjourned until December 28th. They're not going to return until then. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said that Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin are still engaged in ongoing discussions over the COVID relief package. This is, of course, despite the fact that Mnuchin helped negotiate the very deal that Trump surprisingly and publicly threw into doubt earlier this week. And to highlight and underscore how stunned the Republican Party is right now, they are in an absolute state of shock. According to GOP Senator Roy Blunt, he is a member of GOP leadership, he said that Republicans don't really know what Trump will do next, but they are hopeful that he will not veto the stimulus funding bill. He had said, quote, "I have no idea what he plans to do. We were assured that the president would sign the bill." And then he went on to say, "I have no reason to believe that Secretary Mnuchin didn't believe that." Representative Steny Hoyer was the one that offered the proposal from the House floor, but because just one representative is needed to block it in order to stop the vote, it ended up being Representative Kevin McCarthy, an ardent supporter of Donald Trump, who ultimately blocked the vote. Subsequently, Representative Rob Wittman from Virginia, he's a Republican, he attempted to get lawmakers to reconsider aspects of the spending bill related to foreign aid, hopefully to cut down on some of those areas and then guide it towards the actual stimulus bill, but that move was ultimately blocked by Democrats. Pelosi has said if the president is serious about the $2,000 direct payments, he must call on House Republicans to end their obstruction. Trump today is spending the day at Mar-a-Lago for the holidays. He's back to golfing. Now, something that is still unclear under the Democrats' plan for $2,000 stimulus checks, what would that actually look like and who would be eligible for it? So it is fun to hypothesize. So theoretically, if it were to be the same exact people that would be qualifying under the $900 billion proposal, that would have sent $600, it would have been still $75,000 in individual earnings and then $150,000 for couples with a phase out from there. And we also don't know if dependents would get $2,000, but from Trump's address, it sounded more like it would be $2,000 for each head of household, so $4,000 for a couple. It sounds like a dependent maybe would get $500 or nothing. We don't really know. But under the $900 billion bipartisan proposal, what it actually is calling for is that adult dependents would be ineligible. So only child dependents 17 and younger would be actually qualifying for that $600 stimulus check. Now, if Trump were to veto this legislation, Congress may still have enough votes to actually override the veto. Congress could ultimately come out on top of the president and deny a veto because if they have enough votes for it in both chambers. But depending on how quickly the more than 5,000-page bill can get to his desk after formal enrollment, he could let the legislation die by refusing to sign it before the new session of Congress starts on January 3rd. Democrats have vocally said that they have a plan to push for more relief after Biden takes office on January 20th. Biden has said that he will present his own plan to lawmakers early next year and that he would push for a third round of direct payments, but it will be much easier for him if he can get back the majority of the Senate after the Georgia runoff races. President Trump has already vetoed the national defense bill, but it's still unclear whether or not he will do a veto or a pocket veto of the stimulus bill. It's totally unclear. His aides don't know, and some of his closest officials have no idea whether or not Trump has made up his mind yet. As per usual, let's do some opinion polling. Do you think the stimulus check figure should be $600? Should it be $1,200? Should it be $2,000? Should dependents be qualified? Should all dependents be eligible for stimulus checks? And what should they get? Should it be $500, $600? Should it be $1,200? Should it be $2,000? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. Ideally, by December 28th, when the House does return from their mini holiday break, whether or not you think they earned that holiday break in the midst of a pandemic, hopefully we'll have a clearer picture of where Trump's vision stands right now. Maybe he would have already vetoed the bill, or maybe it is still in limbo. We'll have to see what happens. More updates and developments are to come. I will be working for you guys tomorrow, Christmas Day. I do not take any breaks. I do not take any rests. I will be here for you guys tomorrow, Christmas Day, for the latest and the greatest. If you did enjoy this update, give it a big thumbs up, smash that like button for me. Happy holidays to you. Also go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more videos on my channel. More importantly, hit that notification bell as well. That will notify you every single time I do post a new upload. Have a very happy holiday. I hope you guys are able to celebrate in any way that you can, and do enjoy yourself. I know it could be tough during these dire times, but you have to look at the positive. You have to be grateful for the little things, be thankful for what you have. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video.